So today we are going to go over what I learned from Dom Famularo about the Freestroke. Hello drummers, and welcome to Tim Connolly Drums. Today is a very special drum lesson. What I learned from Dom is a new series of lessons that I'm putting out where I specifically show some of the things that Dom Famularo taught me. Now very quickly, because I'm actually going to try to stay focused on the lesson and less talking. But I am going to tell you that Dom originally learned the Freestroke from Buddy Rich. He showed it to him in a green room before a show very quickly, and he basically just said, this is the most important thing you're ever going to learn about drumming. And what he meant by that is it's important to get the sticks to bounce and move freely on their own. That's essentially what the Freestroke is. It's a free movement of the stick. He then later studied it in depth with Joe Morello, where he developed it to a very, very high level. The first thing that Dom talked about when we went and did lessons, or when I went to New York and did lessons with him, was the Freestroke. All right? So we're not going to talk a lot about that. We're going to get right to the Freestroke. First of all, which I'm not going to get into heavily, but check out my video on how to hold the sticks. That's going to help you to develop your Freestroke. You have to make sure that this finger's out of the way, that this fulcrum is super loose, your hand is super loose, and you're allowing the stick to move. All three fingers around the stick. Do not do this. That's a huge no-no, because now we've got tension. And as Dom Famularo would say, tension is the enemy of movement. So let's get rid of the enemy, no tension. So all your fingers around the stick, everything in a relaxed position. Now, there's three levels to the Freestroke. There's this height position here. So this is the Freestroke full position. Then there's the mid-level position, and then there's the low position. All of them have one thing in common, and that is they're all Freestrokes and they're all bouncing freely. I'm just controlling the bounce. The other thing that we're going to talk about today is the exercise for the Freestroke, okay? Let's start with the Freestroke in the full stroke position, and then we'll go from there. So, German position we're going to start from. Again, go to my video about grips and you will learn about the German position. We're talking about the Freestroke today. The German position is a whole different video. So Freestroke, starting in the German position, we're in the full stroke position like this. We're going to let the stick drop. But when we let it drop, it's like a rocket being launched. But the rocket comes straight back. Only think down. Do not think up, meaning there's no pull happening. The stick completely, in its entirety, bounces. So from here, you throw it down, and it bounces right back up. Now, for those of you that have been following me and watching my videos, you'll know that I'm still recovering from 3 hand surgeries on my left hand, and I cannot close this finger completely. However, even though I am slightly disabled in this hand, it's getting a lot better. For those of you that have been following me, look at that. That's way better movement. I was there, and then I was there. Now I can get it, so I can almost close that hand now. Almost. It's not quite there yet, but it's definitely getting there. But I can still do the Freestroke on my left hand because I'm still allowing the stick to bounce. Okay? So from here, once again, the stick is bouncing. It's one motion. Down, back. I'm not doing this. This is the mistake. Stop, pull. No pull. All one motion. All one motion. Now, that's from the highest position. If we bring it down a few notches, I'm still doing the same thing. I'm not pulling it, it's bouncing, I'm just stopping it, I'm controlling it. Okay? So this is the middle or mid free stroke or mid stroke. And then we've got low. Now obviously the volume changes between the three. So full, get a full bounce. This is the most important one, but these are also important. It's a control thing, and then right at the bottom. All of them have one thing in common, and that is that motion and allowing the stick to bounce. I'm just controlling how high the bounce is coming up. Also, Joe Morello talked about velocity. In other words, you don't have to hammer the drum. You don't even have to hit the drum hard. Naturally, using velocity, the stick dynamically is going to increase in volume from a higher spot. So velocity, you can hear the difference. I'm not throwing that stick hard at all, but it's quite a bit louder. And the reason is velocity. I'm letting the stick move. I'm coming from a high place to a low place. Okay? Now, exercise for the free stroke. Exercise for the free stroke really, really is important because it helps you to understand that the free stroke is a free movement of the stick. The exercise for the free stroke shows the entire movement. And always remember, drumming is based on circular movements. So, exercise for the free stroke, the stick comes back to there. Now, if I let the stick go, the stick would do that. That's what it should do if you're doing the free stroke properly. If I let the stick go, it's a circular motion, the stick comes back, and it would continue to go if I was to let it go in a circle. So it's a circular motion. So we got the free stroke, exercise. Okay, now the exercise for the free stroke, I also do this, which I call the Bruce Lee version. And Bruce Lee had this 1-inch punch, and he could damage people. They say he could even kill people with a 1-inch punch. Well, look how much power that I can generate with my 1-inch version. Okay? I'm just going like this, but I can generate a ton of power just from a little bit of movement. And the reason is I'm letting the sticks bounce. So the battle is over where we're fighting the sticks. Love your sticks. Let them move. The old saying, if you love something, let it go free. Well, this is the free stroke, people. Let these sticks go free. So this is the exercise for the free stroke, getting you to develop the circles. Now, are we actually using the exercise for the free stroke when we're drumming? Indirectly, yes. Obviously, we're not coming from here. However, when we're coming from here, it's a circle still. If I was to let that stick go, it's a circle. So this develops your understanding of the circle. Now obviously it's not a full circle because it stops and sits right there. That's the final position. But if we were to let that go, like I said, the full position would be the stick doing that. Okay? Nice and loose and relaxed. And then the Bruce Lee version. that is the Freestroke, taught to me by Dom Famularo, taught to him by the legendary Joe Morello, and the greatest drummer of all time, Buddy Rich. It just doesn't get any better than this. I can't encourage you enough as a drum teacher. If you want to get better, you've got to work on these techniques. The techniques that we're learning here today are going to make you a better drum set player. Let the sticks do the work, and you eliminate the work factor for yourself because the sticks are taking over, okay? So remember, always get a bounce and practice your exercise for the Freestroke. All right, thank you very much for watching. There's going to be a few more of these what Dom Famularo taught me videos coming up because I learned so much from him. I'm going to do these in short little bursts videos. And please follow me. This is the first of many of these types of videos coming out. Very, very good quality information here. Take it all in. Practice like crazy. Like, subscribe, comment. Please ask me any questions. Check out my Patreon. Buy me a coffee. Check out my merch. Tim Connolly Drums. Thank you very much. And as always, keep drumming. See ya.